Good day and welcome. Today I'll be showing you what is a network and its different types in this video. For more information, contact Mr. Jul Desai at jul_desai@yahoo.in. Now let's get going. First we need to understand what is a network. A network is a series of points or nodes interconnected by paths. Next, we need to understand what is a computer network. A computer network is a telecommunications network which allows computers to exchange data. In computer networks, networked computing devices exchange data with each other along network links. The connections between nodes are established using either cable media or wireless media. The best known computer network is the Internet. Network computer devices that originate, route, and terminate the data are called network nodes. Nodes can include hosts such as personal computers, phones, servers, etc. Computer networks differ in the transmission media used to carry their signals, the communications protocols to organize network traffic, the network size, and the topology. Some uses of computer networks is the access to www, that is World Wide Web, application and storage servers, printers, fax machines, use of email and instant messaging applications. Now let's watch this video on evolution of networking.
It's the 1860s and Kiwis are facing a challenge. They want to communicate faster, but send a letter by snail mail and you could be waiting months for a reply. So in 1862, the first telegraph line is built between Lyttelton and Christchurch. Kiwis can now stay in touch with each other electronically using a system of Morse code, a series of dots and dashes to represent the alphabet. One of the first messages is sent to a Mr. Oakes in Christchurch. Unfortunately, it isn't good news. Telegraph lines soon spread up the South Island. Electronic computer arrives in New Zealand, the IBM 650. Pretty soon, academics realise their computers can be linked to do simple information sharing and the internet is born. But in 1991, something incredible happens. English computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee brings together a system that allows connected users to share all sorts of information via their computers. The World Wide Web is born, creating a single global information space. And with the smarts of smartphone technology in 2005, we can now interact online from the office, our bedroom, and even up a mountain. In less than 200 years, electronic communication in New Zealand has gone from simple coded messages to global connectivity, making distance and isolation down under a thing of the past.
Now let's proceed to our next topic, that is the types of network. The first is local area network, abbreviated as LAN. Now let's watch a video on LAN.
Local area network is a computer network that connects computers within the limited area, such as home, school, or office building. The terms LAN and WAN are often mixed, and on this picture we can see the difference. The LAN would be just one house with PCs inside of it connected to each other, and the WAN would be many of those houses that are geographically far apart, but again all connected to each other. They would form a wide area network. The main standard used for connecting PCs over LAN is the Ethernet, and the explanation of the Ethernet can be quite complex, as we can see on many of those internet websites, but I'm gonna try and keep it fairly simple for you, just so that you can understand. Simply said, Ethernet is a technology which allows us to connect multiple devices to form a local area network. If you want to create your own Ethernet local area network, you'll need a Cat5 cable or the Category 5 cable. It's the main component used for creating Ethernet LANs. At the end of each Ethernet cable, there's an RJ45 plug with 8 separate wires inside, lined in the exact order. Other important devices for making networks are a router and a switch. The router usually connects two different LANs together and exchanges data packets between them, whereas the switch expands the single LAN network with various devices such as other PCs, gaming consoles, smart TVs, servers, and a bunch of other stuff. This here is a basic LAN network with the switch being connected to the router and the router connected to the internet. There are multiple PCs connected to the switch along with the printer and the server. If, for example, you want to print something from this PC, it would be very easy since every device connected to a LAN can exchange data with each other, thus making the interaction very easy.
In short, a local area network is a computer network that interconnects computers within a limited area, such as a residence, school, laboratory, or an office building. Now let's talk about the cabling used in local area network. Early LAN cabling had generally been based on various grades of coaxial cable. Shielded twisted pair was used in IBM's token ring LAN implementation. But in 1984, StarLAN showed the potential of simple unshielded twisted pair cables. Fiber optic cabling is common for links between switches, but fiber to the desktop is uncommon. However, now LANs are mostly based on wireless technologies. Smartphones, tablet computers, and laptops typically have wireless networking support built in. Wireless networks have become popular in residences and small businesses because of their ease of installation. Guests are often offered internet access via a hotspot service. The next type of network is the Metropolitan Area Network, also abbreviated as MAN. A metropolitan area network is a network that interconnects users with computer resources in a geographic area or region larger than that covered by even a large local area network but smaller than the area covered by a wide area network. The term is applied to the interconnection of networks in a city into a single larger network. It is also used to mean the interconnection of several local area networks by bridging them with backbone lines. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of MAN. The advantages of metropolitan area network are that it provides a good backbone for a large network and provides greater access to WAN. A MAN usually encompasses several blocks of a city or an entire city. It is most common to see MANs on university campus. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of metropolitan area network. First, it requires more cable for attachment. Second, it is more costly. Thirdly, it is difficult to make the system secure from hackers. And fourth, the larger the network, it becomes more difficult to manage. Next, we need to know the cabling used in metropolitan area network. Nowadays, mostly in metropolitan area network, fiber optic cables are used. Next, we will talk about the uses of MAN. For an organization, the common use of MAN is to extend their LAN connectivity between buildings or offices that are within the same city or urban area. Nowadays, a lot of providers are promoting MAN services to individuals as high-speed internet connection. The third type of network is wide area network, also abbreviated as WAN. A wide area network is a telecommunications network or computer network that extends over a large geographical distance. Wide area networks often are established with leased telecommunication circuits. Business, education, and government entities use wide area networks to relay data among staff, students, clients, buyers, and suppliers from various geographical locations. In essence, this mode of telecommunication allows a business to effectively carry out its daily function regardless of location. The internet may be considered a WAN. The textbook definition of a WAN is a computer network spanning regions, countries, or even the world. However, in terms of an application of computer networking, protocols, and concepts, it may be best to view WANs as a computer networking technology used to transmit data over long distances and between different LANs, MANs, and other localized computer networking architectures. WANs are used to connect LANs and other types of networks together so that users and computers in one location can communicate with users and computers in other locations. Many WANs are built for one particular organization and are private. Others, built by internet service providers, provide connections from an organization's LAN to the internet. WANs are often built using leased lines. At each end of the leased line, a router connects the LAN on one side with a second router within the LAN on the another. After understanding what is WAN, we might proceed to the advantages and disadvantages of WAN. The advantages of wide area network are that it covers a large geographical area, so long distance businesses can connect on the one network. It can share software and resources with connecting workstations. Messages can be sent very quickly to anyone else on the network. These messages can have pictures, sounds, or data included with them. Expensive things can be shared by all the computers on the network without having to buy different peripherals for each computer. Everyone on the network can use the same data. This avoids problems where some users may have older information than others. Now, let's talk about the disadvantages of wide area network. They are expensive and generally slow. Need a good firewall to restrict outsiders from entering and disrupting the network. Setting up a network can be an expensive and complicated experience. The bigger the network, the more expensive it is. Security is a real issue when many different people have the ability to use information from other computers. Protection against hackers and virus adds more complexity and expense. Once set up, maintaining a network is a full-time job which requires network supervisors and technicians to be employed, vulnerable to hackers or outside threats. After understanding the three main types of networks, I would like to present you this table showing the comparison between those three networks. Apart from these three main networks, there are many other types of networks, and one of them is PAN, that is Personal Area Network. It is a computer network used for data transmission among devices such as computers, telephones, and personal digital assistants. PANs can be used for communication among the personal devices themselves or for connecting to a higher level network and the internet. A wireless personal area network, abbreviated as WPAN, is a PAN carried over wireless network technologies. The reach of a WPAN varies from few centimeters to a few meters. This will be the end of the video. I hope you have learned something from the video. Thank you for watching.